Almost every single day, I discover a new e commerce niche that poses a massive opportunity that I'd never ever seen before. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the specific brand that is in a category of products called rucking, which I have never heard of until today, that is absolutely booming. And this brand is doing $46 million per year. And that was in 2023. We're in 2025 now, which is pretty crazy to say. So I would imagine this has continued to go up, especially based on all of the ads that they run. So we're gonna highlight all of this. We're gonna break it down, and I'm gonna share with you how we help brands like this grow, and also how you could grow your brand with something like this, and even start your brand like this. We also start brands not like this one, and specifically, I haven't really ever had like a fashion brand like this, but the principles still apply. The foundation for Shopify is pretty, I guess you could say it's like a blueprint that we have. So first things first is starts with a trend, right? So the trend here is rucking, which if you don't know what rucking is, I didn't know what it was either until today. So rucking is basically hiking or walking, but with extra weights like a backpack or a weighted vest. So it's basically like almost like military training, and it's done to have more intense cardio and strength training. So that's what rucking is all about. And as you see, it's something that is rising and rising in popularity. And it makes sense, right? Running is also one of those things that has been rising in popularity, but rucking is basically like running, but without running, right? Like, I guess you could run while rucking, but I think this is mostly geared towards like hiking and walking, which is probably easier on your joints in some ways. So, I'm not an expert in this stuff, okay? You guys should let me know. You specifically, you probably know more about rucking than I do. But it's so powerful to build upon these trends. And, we'll explore this brand and their brand identity super fast, but these trends can really make a huge difference on the scalability of your brand and how fast you scale it. I've had products that we've launched where honestly our marketing wasn't the best, our website wasn't incredible, but the product category was so hot and people were so hungry for this product that we were able to scale to 500K in like less than 30 days, which is quite crazy to say from zero, but that's the power of Shopify, and that's the power of trends. So I love analyzing different trends in this, specifically in fashion. I think this is so powerful. For example, Pilates outfits. We can see this is the Akemi Ecom platform. You can check out the link in the description. It will be launching soon. It's not out yet, but this is where we are putting a lot of the trend research that we have. And this research, or this trend in specific, I think is just going to continue to rise. I think this is such a good one. So GoRuck is the brand, though, that is representing this trend today. And if we take a look at their traffic distribution, we see a very, very consistent amount of traffic. You can see it right here. And, they're getting over 500K monthly visitors. And they really sell all kinds of gear specifically for this rucking niche. And it's so powerful, actually, to just dominate a niche like this because, well, first of all, this one is much bigger than I thought. But second of all, because you're able to build such a passionate audience of people. So as you see, this is kind of what people do, right? They put plates in their bags. So, I've actually seen a bag very similar to this one a long time ago being drop shipped. But these guys go really above and beyond in, making sure that everything is manufactured really properly and everything is super high quality, which makes sense, right? Because this is going to get a lot of wear and tear over time. And these are specifically made so that you can put weights in them, right? And they're not cheap. $405, that's significant. I mean, that's pretty expensive. But for rucking, for what it is, it's not that expensive. And here's a very good, if we actually analyze the landing page here from the Shopify perspective, right? Travel the world with one ruck. That's really good. So it basically tells you like, oh, this is really the only thing you need, right? Because it's so spacious. TSA carry-on compliant. This is really important. If you're selling a bag, specifically a travel bag, people want to know that it's compliant. So boom, put that there. Zero abrasion on fabric and skin. It's taken us years to find a way to make one of the best rucksacks of all time even better. We added all new 210 DHT, high tenacity, Cordura on the back panel and underside of the shoulder straps that doesn't irritate skin or chew up apparel. Looking at you, Merino Wool. This is so good. I love when brands have this like personality to them. Um, Especially for people that know about this niche, this would really, really stand out to them, right? I mean, I don't know about this niche, but I have hiked and I know that backpacks can irritate your skin a lot. So this just perfectly targets that pain point. And I just love how they're doing it. I love how they're doing all this. I think it's just so well done. Um, I would love to invest in a brand like this, to be honest with you. If you have a brand like this and you're looking to grow, please hit me up. We may be able to help, and we could potentially figure out some sort of deal. But what I love about this brand too is that they are not afraid to expand their product catalog, right? Like they have so many different things. They even have women's apparel, like those women's long sleeve mock neck tough mesh. That's pretty interesting. So they're really just continuously expanding their product catalog, which is a really cool idea. They are even selling shoes now. So not only backpacks, they're selling shoes too. They're really going after everything, and everything they do to the highest quality that they can. Now let's take a look at their ads, because it's all great what they've done here, and it's quite simple. They have really good sizing charts and everything. They have really good copywriting, as we've mentioned. They understand their customers so well. I think that's probably the best thing that we can say about their site so far, is they understand their customer extremely well. But you see, they're running 95 different ads on Meta, and Meta is the most powerful advertising platform in the world. I think it's pretty well known by now, but despite it being well known, a lot of people still sleep on the power of Meta. That's why, part of my business is an agency where we run Meta ads for brands, because I just know how powerful it is. And we've seen it. We've scaled brands from 50K a month to 500K a month in a matter of months through simply running more ads. And I'll tell you the secret too, sometimes it really is that simple. Just spend more on ads and you will scale your business. But of course, the ads that you're running is what makes the biggest difference here. So let's analyze some of these. If we go down all the way to the bottom, we can see some of the ones that they've been running for a long time. And these are the ones that are likely the best performers, right? They've been buying it, or they've been running these for a long time. I said buying it because I read this headline right here. This is a good one. So buy it for life, lifetime guarantee. I really like that. I think that's a really solid offer for a bag. And that's the thing with these kinds of things, is that a lot of people will probably never claim that, they'll never claim that guarantee. And someone like myself, for example, like I like my stuff worn in a little bit. I don't know if you're the same, but I like when my things get a little worn in, especially bags. Like I have a bag right there, and I think even if it got pretty torn up, I still probably wouldn't, change it. Unless it was falling apart, of course. But yeah, I think it's pretty interesting that they have that going on. Let's take a look at one of these videos. I want to see what kind of UGC they're running. So this one is 1 minute and 52 seconds long. That's something to highlight. Let's see. Oh,
is rucking.
What is rucking?
One of my main forms of cardio is walking and hiking. So in the summertime, I love to be outside, getting fresh air while I'm trying to get some cardio in. I much prefer that over walking on a treadmill inside a gym if possible. In the wintertime, that might be more suitable, but in the summertime, or when it's nice, like today with 60 degrees in December, I had to get outside
So yeah, okay, we're not going to watch this whole thing. I don't want to bore you to death, but I mean, not to say, this guy's not boring. It's just a long video, but rucking does seem quite interesting. Like, and this is what I love about these sorts of trends too, is when you see a trend popping off like this, right? Or even, right, like a Pilates outfits trend. Let's say you're selling Pilates outfits. There's just literally answering the questions that people have. That can be all your marketing videos, right? So that's what's super interesting to me, is that just through having these interesting trends that you're building a business around. Of course, there's risks to that, right? Like, what if the trend dies? I mean, that could definitely happen. But for example, here we can see in related topics for mandala scrubs, right? We can see people are saying, where is mandala scrubs located? Mandala scrubs joggers. So through just looking at like related searches for these different trends, you can get marketing ideas. And as you see, one of their longest standing ads here is somebody talking about what rucking is and their personal experience with it. And it's just a very raw video of someone literally rucking. So I love that. I think those are brilliant trends. I think I've seen a similar one with the beef tallow trend recently, right? Where people are like, what the heck? You're putting beef fat on your face. So just educating people about it is such a great way to market the product and build content. And, a lot of brands these days, I think one of the best strategies is to build your brand almost like a media brand too, where you're just making a lot of content, whether it's yourself as the face of the brand or hiring people. Honestly, I would love to invest in more founder-led e-com brands, because I do think it's so powerful when you can actually be the face of the brand and like really speak to your customer and understand them. But ultimately, we see, let's check out a few more here just so we can, this one's good. Skip the baggage claim, and they're showing that guy's bag. That's a really good static ad right there. If you're selling some sort of travel bag, I think that's a really good one. Stable, not squishy. Rough runners, other workout shoes. I like that. So that's a really good one for shoes. Stable, not squishy. And that's what's crazy though, a lot of people think you got to get super fancy with your ads, but in reality, it's just about understanding your customer. Because somebody that just buys casual shoes to go to the gym, this probably wouldn't resonate with them very well, right? Because they don't care. But somebody that's into hiking or rucking, they would see this and say, oh, rough runners, like, oh, stable. I want to be stable when this would just appeal way more to them. I could see that for sure. Let's see another one here. So this one is about a weighted vest. Training weight vest.
First, how to get the weight out. Stick your hand in there to separate out the Velcro.
So these are very raw organic videos.
It's a little heavier than most would want. And it slides right out. So say you got, a 10-pound plate. You put that in. Gravity is your friend. So you want to make sure that it's all the way down like that. And then the trick here.
So again, it's just a lot of educational videos, and I love to see that. Of course, these should all be posted on their social media pages. I don't know if they do that or not, but they might. I'm not sure if they do. Let me just double check here on Instagram in particular. Go Ruck. So they have almost 300,000 followers. That's really good. And they're getting really decent engagement. So yeah, this brand is incredible. I love this brand. I'm super happy that I found it. And I'm super happy that I found the rucking niche. I didn't even know this existed. And now I'm kind of sold on it. I might have to buy something here and start rucking, because I like hiking. But making it a little bit extra challenging does sound good. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. And of course, follow me for more, subscribe for more. Let me know your questions or any suggestion that you have. I love hearing you guys' suggestions. Sometimes you guys give me the best brand ideas to go over. And of course, make sure you join our community, sign up for the launch of our improved accelerator. It's going to be a game changer. It's quite literally the best e-commerce product, I think, in the space when it comes to intelligence, education, and just everything else that you're going to need, blueprints, templates, everything. So super excited to release that for you. And that's about it. See you in the next one. Peace.